most vocal tracks are not very well recorded. This one is very well recorded. But the minute you start compressing stuff and making stuff loud, it's very difficult to keep things very even. Often you get some peaks here and there, right? So you know, for example, what a de-esser is? Do you know what a de-esser is? All right, it's this little selective compressor that just removes just the S's, or at least tries to remove just the S's. Well, the suppressor is like an Uber de-esser, but it does a lot more than just that. It lets you cut your signal into two bands. Okay, so you have a band you're going to work on, and your band you're going to leave alone. So you have the inside band, which this is the band you process, and the outside band, which leaves completely untouched. Okay, the beauty of the suppressor is that the link between the two bands is transparent, so you don't get degradation of signal. But what you can do is you can do this. You can say, let me listen to just the inside band. So now you can look at the entire signal from 20 Hertz to 20K. You can see through the FFT curve exactly what's going on. And then you can start moving around and listening to what you want to change. Is that pretty cool? Okay, now let's say you find something you don't like this little aggressivity here. Now you have a little red line that tells you at all times how loud is the loudest point of energy in that space, which is pretty cool. I'll show you again. Okay, you see that shh thing? That's a big problem. So I'm going to try and catch that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do once I've found it, don't forget that this is the full song.
Don't watch me go.
And this is the sound of it outside the untouched part.
Don't watch me go.
Okay, so these are my three things. Now I'm going to go back inside, turn on my processing, and I'm going to lower the threshold until it gets compressed. Look at don't watch. See the difference? Don't watch with, without. See the difference? The watch jumps out. Without, with. All right, so you can really just get that H, right? If you listen to it in the track, it sounds like this.
Don't watch me go.
Or it sounds like this without.
Don't watch me go.
So you have one version without the suppressor where it goes, don't watch me go. And then you have a version with the suppressor and it just goes, don't watch me go. It just stays in one spot. I'll play it again. Without.
Don't watch me go.
Listen to the H.
Don't watch me go.
And this is with.
Don't watch me go.
You really can tuck in just that H without touching anything else. You could never do that with a compressor or an EQ. If you did that with an EQ, it would be on all the time. So there would be a hole in your sound. If you did that with a compressor, the whole track would come down. And most de-essers are not that clean. Another thing I used this suppressor on is my bass. This is my bass. It sounds like this. Beautiful. Now listen to this very carefully. Okay, hear that? Okay, now listen to the energy coming out of the bass on this note. This note, the root. All right, you hear this energy? It goes boom, 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 just on that one note. Why? Because there's a resonance there, and I'm already doing something there. It's at 100 hertz. Check it out. Hear that you can hear the note, but you can hear the room freaking out too at the same time. I'll show you. I'll exaggerate. See that thing? Okay. Well, I can try and remove it with EQ like this, and it's pretty good. But it also takes out part of the bass that I want on the other notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to not do that, and I'm going to add my suppressor here. Suppressor. All right. Then I'm going to say, okay, let's go look for our problem. I know basically it's in this range. Zoom in a little. Listen inside. I'm going to turn it. I can't turn it up. I don't want stun, but I think it's about here. It's a little lower, as the little indicator tells me. That's it. Recognize the sound? That thing. That's awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my dynamics on and bring it down. A little more. Okay. And now I'm going to try and make it the narrowest I can to only touch that. Okay, that's right on. And I'm going to listen to the mix. It's magical. Like, where's this thing been all my life? It's truly magical. Check it out. I'll do it some more. Now listen also to the other notes. Do, do, da, do, do. It's much fatter because it's not getting touched. It's just removing the stuff that's bothering me when it's bothering me. So it makes the whole track much fatter. Like this.
Don't watch me go. Don't let me leave. Where was I before? Why don't I love you anymore?
Only compresses that tiny little sliver of audio, only when it's a problem. It's really, really great. And that's called the SuprEsser. Love this plugin.